If you're curious about moving to Denver, but not quite sure if it's the right fit for you, this is the video that you need to see. I'm going to walk you through the real pros and cons of living in Denver. The good, the bad, and the stuff that nobody talks about, like hail damage, ski traffic, mountain views, and rising housing costs. Whether you're relocating for work, lifestyle, or a fresh start, this video will give you the full picture. I'm Landon, a local realtor here in Denver for the last decade, and I make videos all about what it's really like to live here. So if you've been wondering if Denver is really the right place for you, let's jump right into it. All right, so we're gonna start out with con number one, which is the hail and the cost of repairs. So it does hail here in Colorado, and it does hail pretty frequently. Anytime between like May and July is like the typical hail season, even into August a little bit. Here's what you can expect. You know, if you're a resident, I even have a roofer that's in a networking group that I'm in who has like a chart with every day of the month on there during these summer months, and he basically does like a payout prize, right? If anyone guesses the right day that it's going to hail. And I think he's already paid out, like we're only in June right now, currently when we're filming this, he's already paid out like 4 times because of all the hail that's hit our city already this year. So the last 2 years have been very heavy for hail. The 4 previous years before that were pretty dry, like not a lot of hail. We had a massive hailstorm in 2016 and 2013 here on the south side of town. So you just never quite know when it's coming. We usually have a really big one that causes a lot of deductibles to be paid for every 3 years or so, but we get small ones all the time, and it ranges from little pea-sized type hail all the way up to golf ball and even like tennis ball size hail at times that can do a lot of damage to your home. So it's really important to choose wisely as far as the type of deductible that you're going to get from your homeowner's insurance policy. And homeowners insurance policies here in Colorado, because of fires and hail, have really gone up in the last 2 years. We've seen a huge surge in pricing, and we've actually seen some carriers leave the market entirely altogether. It's so important to talk over, with your agent, figure out exactly the pros and cons of your homeowner's insurance policy. Make sure that it's not a policy that's going to leave you hanging high and dry, when it comes time for a roof replacement. Especially if you're thinking about selling your home in the future. So what can you do? You can review your declarations page to confirm both your standard and wind and hail deductibles. So if you're moving to Denver, one thing you'll have to get used to is the hail. It's not just an occasional thing. It happens regularly, especially from May to July. The storms can come out of nowhere and bring hail big enough to dent your car or damage your roof. I've had clients who've had to replace the entire roof just a year or 2 after moving in. That's a big deductible, sometimes $2,000 or more, plus the hassle of scheduling repairs and dealing with insurance adjusters. Car damage is just as common. If you don't have a garage or covered parking area, a surprise storm can cost you thousands in bodywork. And yes, this all affects your insurance. Premiums are higher here because providers know hail claims are coming. Some people install hail-proof shingles or car covers just to stay ahead. So it's something you really need to budget for and plan around. But even with the wild weather, Denver does make up for it in ways that really improve your lifestyle, starting with how easy it is to stay healthy and active here. Denver is known for its parks, trails, and easy access to the mountains. The city has a strong culture of outdoor activity and fitness. High elevation attracts athletes for training. Colorado's healthcare system is ranked among the best in the country. Denver is packed with incredible outdoor spaces, perfect for exercise, whether you're into trail running, cycling, hiking, yoga, or body weight workouts. Colorado really is one of the healthiest places to live. We have incredible air quality here. There are many triathletes who come to train here at the high altitude just so they can prepare their lungs for races like Ironman races or marathons, 100-mile bike races, different things like that. And so it's a great place to do that and to get in shape. Denver is packed with incredible outdoor spaces. So here's a list of the top outdoor exercise areas around the Denver metro, each one offering unique vibes, views, and amenities. So Washington Park, or Wash Park, is incredible for running, biking, walking, volleyball, yoga, paddleboarding. It's got 2 loops, a 2.6-mile loop, and then another mile loop with lush lawns, a boathouse, and fitness classes. There's a lot of social things that go on there, family-friendly environment, and it's incredibly scenic right in the city. Another one is City Park. It's best for jogging, HIIT, HIIT exercises. You've got tennis, rowing machines, and it's all near the lake path. It's incredible because it's got stunning views of downtown Denver and mountain views as well. And then you're so close to the Denver Zoo, the Museum of Nature of Science, and all these other great things that are nearby. Also, little pro tip for you, the sunrise and sunset runs there are incredible. Next, the Cherry Creek Trail. It goes all the way from Denver to Parker. So it's best if you're a long distance runner or biker or inline skater even. We're talking 40 miles of paved scenic path following Cherry Creek through urban and suburban areas. And it connects to the downtown and Cherry Creek shopping district as well. Next on the list is Sloan's Lake Park. Sloan's Lake is a beautiful lake right in the city on the west side of town, and it's best for running, biking, circuit workouts, and paddleboarding. It's amazing because it's a 2.6 mile loop around the lake with mountain views. Also great for sunset workouts and casual walks. Another one is Green Mountain. Green Mountain is elevated in the Lakewood area just west of the city, and you got Hayden Park over there in Lakewood. It's best for trail running, hiking, mountain biking, and really training for climbs and descents. You've got a ton of elevation changes, and it's moderate to strenuous as far as the climbs go, but sweeping views of all of Denver and the Rocky Mountains. You gain about 700 feet of elevation, and it's incredible cardio boost type workout. Next is the Red Rocks Amphitheater. You don't just watch concerts at Red Rocks. They also have the place open for workouts. They do some really cool things as a community. The stair workouts, I had to do those in basketball for conditioning in high school. It was brutal. We would go up, stagger the stairs and then skip a stair and then bunny hop on one leg on the stairs. I mean, we're talking 200, 250 steps, to get up those things. And I wanted to scream after we were done. It was unbelievably difficult. So Red Rocks, if you really want to push yourself at high altitude, is a great way to do that. They also have yoga at Red Rocks, hiking trails throughout the park that lead up to the park. That's usually if you go to a concert, you park on one of the lower lots and then you take a hike up. So you have like a scenic journey up to the concert venue and then all the way back down after the concert's over. So another reason why Red Rocks is one of the coolest places to see a show. Next is the Highline Canal Trail. My wife trained on this trail as she was preparing for her marathon because it was a nice peaceful ride. It felt safe. You're along the water with the Highline Canal that opens up into like lakes and also has more of like a river look to it in certain areas. Absolutely beautiful with a lot of greenery nearby. This is on the south side of the Denver area, and it actually runs west to east. So it goes all the way from Waterton Canyon down by Lockheed Martin and the Roxborough area in Littleton, all the way to Aurora. And it's best for running, walking, horseback riding. It's got 70 plus miles of dirt and paved trail winding through suburbs and nature preserves. Its tranquility score is a 10 out of 10 for meditative movement. Next on the list is Bear Creek Lake Park. This is also in that Lakewood, kind of Morrison area. Incredible lake. It's actually huge. Good for biking, kayaking, running, trail workouts. You've got water access publicly, and you have incredible mountain views behind the lake. It's really centrally located, only like 15, 20 minutes tops from downtown Denver. And you got some spacious trails. So pretty cool to be able to swim, paddleboard, or rent bikes and do your thing at Bear Creek Park. Also, a little further away, 30 to 40 minutes from Denver, is Chautauqua Park in Boulder. Really good for serious hiking, trail running type people. Yeah, and you've got access to the Flatirons, lots of elevation gain, and stunning views. And early morning hikes are a little bit cooler and less crowded, so get there early if you're doing that one. And then, last but not least, there's Crown Hill Park in Wheat Ridge. This one's best for jogging, walking, bird watching. It's a 1.2 mile loop around a lake, plus a peaceful nature preserve is nearby. It's really ideal for just light exercise and solitude. Also, there's a few outdoor fitness classes if we haven't driven home the point yet. Fitlow Denver and Denver Parks and Rec often host free or donation-based yoga and boot camps in parks like Cheeseman Park, a Civic Center Park, and Commons Park. Also, Red Rocks Fitness Challenge and Sunrise Yoga at Red Rocks are annual crowd favorites. One of the best parts about Denver is how naturally it supports a healthy lifestyle. And you've got a place that not only keeps you moving, but also supports your overall well-being. Of course, that outdoor lifestyle slows down a bit in the winter, especially when the cold really sets in. The next con I want to talk about is cold weather and health effects. How cold does it get in Denver? Well, it gets in the 20s and 30s pretty frequently. And how cold does that cold spell last? I would say, anywhere from November to March, it gets pretty cold around here. And then it starts to heat up right when spring break is happening during school. If you're wondering about the dryness of our climate, you're going to feel it for sure. You're definitely going to, see your skin cracking a little bit more. You'll need to apply lotion more often. There are freezing temperatures and snow that make things difficult as far as needing to shovel the snow and your sidewalks more often. If you own a home, and it does cause trip hazards, slipping hazards, that sort of a thing too. So all things to consider if you're planning a move to Denver. So the cold weather can aggravate joint pain and other health issues. While many pathogens struggle in Colorado, like such as like malaria and like insect type illnesses and anything related to mold, because we're a pretty dry climate, so we don't get a ton of mold here, even though we do see little specks of it in like attics and crawl spaces, especially. That's where we see more of that when there's not proper ventilation in homes. But usually those illnesses don't prevail here very well, so you're safe from those. But the ones that do come into play are respiratory viruses, such as COVID, RSV, the flu. You also have some risk if you're out in the cold without like good shelter, hypothermia and frostbite risks. And then altitude sickness is something that some people suffer from, especially coming from lower altitude areas with lower oxygen at the elevation. Winters in Denver aren't just cold. They're dry cold. We're talking freezing temps, snowstorms, and humidity so low that it will crack your skin. I always tell newcomers, get a humidifier, stock up on lotion, and invest in a really good coat. If you got arthritis or any sort of joint issue, the cold can definitely aggravate things. And while snow might look beautiful, shoveling it every morning before work, that gets old fast. But here's the twist. Despite all of that, the sun shines almost daily. So even when it's freezing, you've got the bright Colorado blue sky, and that really helps with the winter blues. But when the weather warms up, Denver's sports scene comes alive. So the next pro we're going to talk about is the sports culture and events that are phenomenal here in Denver. So you may ask what the sports scene is like here in Denver. We've got incredible teams, the Broncos, the Avalanche, the Nuggets, who are all really good right now and in contention, right? And then you got the Rockies. They're kind of on another playing field. Not the best team, but really fun to go watch games at Coors Field and see them play as well, because we just have amazing summer nights here with incredible temperatures, and you see the sun go down as you're watching a game at Coors Field, which is one of the most beautiful ballparks in the country. There's an amazing sports scene because all of those ballparks that I just mentioned are all right in the city of Denver. And so in that downtown area, you can, almost throw a stone to all four of them. And that's what makes Denver pretty unique, I think, is how lively it gets downtown during those game nights. How passionate are fans, you may ask? Well, it's interesting. Getting tickets to Rockies games is really easy. They have some special deals, especially for the rooftop area. Broncos, Avalanche, Nuggets is a little harder. There are always tickets available, though. If you look on all the ticket apps, you can find them. You just pay a lot more money for those three. Denver has a lively sports culture with major teams and events. Fans are very enthusiastic, and games are a big part of city life. Sporting events are accessible and bring people together. In 2014, when the Broncos had the best offense in NFL history under Peyton Manning, 41.5% of all households were tuned into the Bronco games. That's a crazy high number compared to the fact that only 9.6% of households in the USA watched the NFL on Sunday Night Football in 2023. This is Broncos country. If you're into sports, you're going to love Denver. We've got every major league, NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, you name it. Broncos games, electric. Avalanche playoff hockey, intense. And if you're not a hardcore fan, the community spirit is contagious. Tailgating, watch parties, parade celebrations, it's part of the city's heartbeat. The venues are easy to get to, tickets are pretty accessible, and the experience is worth it. Sports bring people together here in a way that's fun and unifying, even if you're just going for the nachos and the vibe. Now let's talk about something that's harder to change, Denver's spot on the map. So you may ask, how far is Denver from other big cities and what the closest beach is? So if you're from the East Coast or areas where you can connect from city to city within a matter of an hour or two, definitely you're not going to get that here. Sorry to break the bad news. Here's the list of cities that are close by and what you can get to. Residents often go to Colorado Springs, down south about an hour, or Fort Collins, which is north about an hour. But really, there's not a ton to be super excited about as far as big cities nearby. Driving distance is 60 to 70 miles to those bordering cities within Colorado. If you're going to Cheyenne, Wyoming, super exciting, other than firework time. You're not going to find a whole lot there, but that's like 2.5 hours typically. You've got Santa Fe, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Salt Lake City, all kind of in that 400 to 500 mile range. You got to go 750 to 800 miles to get to cities like Las Vegas and Phoenix, and you're still not to the beach. So definitely understand that, it is a drive. It's a trek to get to any of these major cities. Usually it's about 15 to 16 hours to get to a beach on the Pacific Ocean in California. And going down to Texas, you can get to like the Gulf of Mexico down there and just past Houston and go that route, but you're driving about the same. So either way, you're going to drive quite a bit to get to any of these major places, or you're going to fly. And the good news is Denver's airport is an internationally connected airport with direct flights to many cities in Europe even, and all across the country. So it's great that we have an amazing airport hub, because driving far distances is not so fun here, just based on what you have around you. On the flip side, Denver's economy keeps people here and draws new residents every year. So another huge pro to the Denver market is our strong economy and job market that we have here. Denver's economy is diverse and ranks amongst the best in the country. Major companies like Amazon and United Airlines have a big presence here. There are several opportunities for growth and career movement for a lot of people. Some of the key economic drivers in Denver are, you've got a ton of professional and business service type companies. That includes consulting, tech, legal, and accounting. Also, you have a lot of retail and wholesale trade. Nearly 13% of all jobs statewide come in that category. There's also a lot of construction and manufacturing jobs. About 12% come from that. Then transportation and warehouse account for about 5%. Then there's energy and mining, which actually account for a small percentage of the job population. However, there's actually a high value extraction, and some of the most high income earning positions are in that category. We also have a lot of utilities and government type positions as well here. When it comes to jobs, Denver delivers. The economy here is solid and balanced. There's tech, healthcare, finance, aerospace, you name it. I worked with people moving here just for the career opportunities. Whether you're a young professional or switching careers, there's room to grow. Plus, the cost to opportunity ratio is still decent compared to places like San Francisco and New York. A strong economy often means higher prices, and Denver is no exception. The next con I want to talk about is the high cost of living here in Denver. The average detached home price in the Denver metro area as of this month is $804,115, down 1.48% from last year. So the growth has been staggered just a little bit because of the affordability issues that we're all facing right now. Attached units here in our market on average sell for $445,676, down 4.45% from last year. Those have struggled a little bit more recently because of all of the rising HOA costs due to insurance and tax increases that we've had recently. So our property taxes went up 55% across the board on average in 2023. That was a massive change in property taxes, because before that, we had not had a big jump in that category. Also, insurance costs due to hail and fires have also increased the cost of living here in our market. For a lot of people, the quality of life makes it worth it, but it's something you have to plan for. After a long week, Denver's nightlife offers plenty of ways to unwind. One of the biggest pros here in the Denver area is the nightlife and social scene. Denver has a lively nightlife with bars, breweries, and music venues. Some neighborhoods are especially popular for going out. The scene attracts a younger crowd, but it does have something for everyone. So here's a list of some of the most popular nightlife spots. One on the list is Ophelia's Electric Soapbox. This is a formal brothel turned eclectic venue. Ophelia's offers a unique blend of live music, art, and dining. Located in the heart of Denver, it's known for its diverse lineup of performances and vibrant ambience. Then there's Dazzle. Situated in the Baker neighborhood, Dazzle is a premier jazz club that hosts nightly performances from local and national artists. Its intimate setting and exceptional acoustics make it a favorite among jazz enthusiasts. Next, the Mercury Cafe, a staple in Denver's live music scene. Mercury Cafe offers a variety of performances ranging from jazz to folk. Its cozy atmosphere and commitment to local talent make it a must visit. Also, the Skylark Lounge, located in the Baker neighborhood also. Skylark Lounge is known for its laid-back vibe and eclectic mix of live music, including jazz, blues, and rock. It's a great spot for a casual night out. Also, there's some popular breweries with live music. First on that list is Westbound and Down Brewing Company. Recognized as one of Denver's top breweries, Westbound and Down offers a rotating selection of craft beers and hosts live music events, creating a lively atmosphere for beer lovers. Next, you have Woods Boss Brewing Company, situated in the Five Points neighborhood. Woods Boss Brewing is known for its community-focused events and live music nights. It's a great place to enjoy craft beer and local cheer. Then there's Crazy Mountain Brewery, located in Denver. Crazy Mountain Brewery offers a variety of craft beers and hosts open mic nights, providing a platform for local musicians to showcase their talent. Also, Zuni Street Brewing Company, a neighborhood brewery offering a selection of craft beers. Zuni Street Brewing frequently features live music and food trucks, making it a popular spot for locals. Then you have Sloan's Lake Brewhouse. With a rooftop patio overlooking Sloan's Lake, this brewery offers a relaxed setting to enjoy exclusive, small batch beers and live music events. Then you have the iconic live music venues. First on the list, of course, is Red Rocks Amphitheater, an iconic open-air venue nestled in the foothills. Red Rocks hosts major concerts and festivals, offering unparalleled acoustics and stunning views. Then you have Ball Arena, located in downtown Denver. Ball Arena is a premier venue for large-scale concerts and events, attracting top artists from all around the world. Next is Summit Music Hall. Situated in the Lodo District, Summit Music Hall is known for its diverse lineup of performances, ranging from rock to electronic music in an intimate setting. There are also several other venues like Coors Field, Fillmore Theater. You've got Fiddler's Green down in Lone Tree, the Gothic Theater, the Ogden Theater, and all of the Denver Performing Arts theaters. Denver's nightlife is a lot of fun. There are tons of breweries, cool bars, and live music spots. Certain neighborhoods are packed on the weekends, and you can walk from place to place without needing a car. It's a big draw for younger people, but there's a good mix of options for all ages. Even if you're not out every night, it's nice to have many choices when you want to do something different. But if you're heading back from the mountains on a Sunday, be ready for a different kind of crowd. Last con on our list is the ski traffic and mountain home prices. So the dream, right, is to move here and become a ski bum and live happily ever after. But sometimes that's very difficult. Anytime you're trying to go up to the mountains to ski nowadays from the Denver area, it usually takes about an hour and a half to 3 hours to get up there, and then the same to come back, if not more, based on all the traffic that's there now. Traffic on the main highway from the mountains can be severe, especially on weekends. Mountain home prices have absolutely taken off on price. Even when the Denver area has become a little more stagnant on its growth, the mountain areas continue to climb. So the average home price up there is anywhere between $1.4 to $1.6 million for a home. So many people find mountain properties out of reach. And the average commute time to get home from Denver from popular ski resorts varies depending on the resort and traffic conditions. Here's a list of your typical drive times. So from Vail, usually it's about 2 hours, 100-mile drive. From Breckenridge, it's around an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours. Keystone, hour and 30 minutes typically to hour and 45 minutes. Copper Mountain is right at about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours. And then your average time from Winter Park is right around an hour and 45 minutes. The Loveland Ski Resort is actually the closest. It's only about an hour and 15 minutes away. Skiing is one of the best things about living here, but getting back from the slopes can be a nightmare. If you dream of owning a place in the mountains, be prepared for sticker shock. Prices have gone way up and competition is fierce. Some people plan their trips to avoid the worst times of day, but it's a challenge. If the mountains feel out of reach, Denver's suburbs offer a different kind of lifestyle. The last pro that I want to talk about is the top-notch suburbs and schools in the Denver area. Denver's suburbs are known for excellent schools and family-friendly amenities. Colorado ranks amongst the top states for education, ranked number 15 in the country. Colorado has a population size of 40% of people who have gone on to get their bachelor's degree, where the U.S. average is about 35%. Suburban communities often have parks, pools, and trails. There are certain iconic communities such as Central Park on the northeast side of Denver, Highlands Ranch, which is about 20 minutes south of Denver, and the King Carroll Valley, about southwest 25 minutes, that are fantastic, that have trails, rec centers, parks, and all kinds of other amenities that are definitely worth checking out. If you're looking to raise a family or just want a quieter life, Denver's suburbs are fantastic. Places like Highlands Ranch, Littleton, and Parker offer great schools, beautiful parks, and tons of community events. Yes, the home costs more, but many families feel it's worth it for the quality of life, the safety, and the strong sense of community. Those are 10 of the biggest pros and cons of living in Denver. Every city has its ups and downs, and Denver is no exception. The key is figuring out if the pros match your priorities and if you're ready for the challenges. If you're still considering Denver or have questions about a specific neighborhood, I'm here to help. My contact info is in the description. Call or text anytime. If you're still weighing the pros and cons, don't miss my next video, 11 reasons why I love living in Denver. Click here and I'll walk you through what makes living in Denver so special.